Very good evening and welcome you all to this 38th webinar of the webinar series of Jaffna Science Association organized by this section B. Today's topic is the horticultural therapy, importance in physical and mental health. Actually speaking, we are in the pandemic situation. Some or other we are affected physically and mentally. We are finding ways and means to rectify this affection and come out, or we have to get betterment in physical and mental health. So this is one of the important timely topic which can help us in this regard. The speaker is a senior lecturer attached to the Department of Agronomy, University of Jaffna, Dr. Mrs. S. Saroja. Thank you very much, Dr. Saroja, for readily accepting our invitation and kindly agree to share. I'd like to thank Ms. G. kindly agree to moderate this session. Thank you, Priyanka. Welcome our membership and those who have joined. I think we have more than 75 participants. So thank you very much and welcome you all. Without taking much of your time, I would like to hand over the session to Ms. Priyanka. Please take over the session.
Thank you very much, sir. Very good evening, everyone. Thank you, everyone who took time to attend this webinar. It is an honor to me as a session moderator. I, Priyanka Ganeshamurthy, belongs to Department of Agronomy, Faculty of Agriculture, University of Jaffna. First and foremost, I would like to extend happy greeting to all the professors, lecturers, speakers, staffs, and the committee members, and all the participants to the webinar series 38 organized by the section B of the Jaffna Science Association. Today, the topic is horticultural therapy, importance in physical and mental health. You may know that this horticultural therapy, which has a potential to improve the memory and your language skills and health and physical rehabilitations, and it's an incoming earning for all peoples. But nowadays we are living in a machine-driven world, so that our health conditions and mind conditions are being worst of this stressful environment. So these horticultural therapy techniques is a tool to relieve from this stressful life. I am super excited to hear more facts about this topic of my speaker and my lecturer, Dr. Mrs. Saroja Selvaskandan, Senior Lecturer attached to Department of Agronomy, Faculty of Agriculture, University of Jaffna. She holds a doctorate from the University of Perdenia and bachelor degree from the University of Jaffna. She is our faculty students counselor and a really nice person with whom you may communicate freely. She was received multiple grants and has been publishing in several international conference, floricultural and landscaping, plant tissue culture, and plant growth regulator are the some of her interested field for the researchers. In my own experience, she is a wonderful person who held many positions in academic and other professional bodies. Without further delay, I would like to invite my lecturer, Dr. Mrs. Saroja Selvaskandan, for inviting presentation. Madam, it is over to you.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, Priyanka. Good evening to you all. It's my great pleasure to talk here today. Today's topic of this webinar is actually very interesting as well as very important. So, horticultural therapy, importance in improving the physical and mental health. Let's talk about the horticultural therapy. We can think about our life. It's all about the modern life. Right? Modern life is all about digital life. We are living in the digital era. Technology has taken over control of digital era. Science and innovation extraordinarily impact our lives, both physical and mental health of us. We are addicted to technology actually. On one hand, technology is known to us, but at the same time, on the other hand, it is not used excessively. It makes huge impact on our lives. When you are looking this picture, you can see the jutsa, they are closer to each other, but they are connected through the social media. They are not interact with each other, but they all connected through the social media. Indulgence of youth on the social media platforms at extreme level, what is going to be happen? First, we can think about the isolated behavior. Researchers indicate people in the age group of 19 to 32 spend most of their time on social media platforms. We can see in our daily life, the people, when we are traveling, when they are sitting in a conference, whenever, they always use their mobile phones or tabs or iPad. They always with their digital devices, which leads to isolation from their family, relatives, friends, as well as from their neighbors. They are not interested in any physical activities, lack of physical activities. So due to that, all the mental problems have arisen, increased epidemically. So social media platforms bring the distance in physical activities and increase the virtual relationship. So what is going to be happen next? Depression. Due to social media, teenagers tend to become victims of this depression. What is this? Depression is a common word, general word. When we were children, we never heard about the word of stress, depression, tension. But simply, the children and the teenagers, they start to use these words. Depression affects the mental health of people, making them feel down and detached. So, moreover to these issues, there are some health issues. Dizziness, which means the sensation of spinning around and losing balance, numbness in hands, headaches, skin issues, diet-related health issues, fatigue, vision issues. In addition to that, the development of violent behaviors we can observe very commonly among the youths. Loss of imagination power, their concentration power, psychological disorders. These are the effects because of their digital devices. Another common problem, very common problem, obesity. Due to the lack of exercise, obesity is a very common problem among us. So what is the solution for all of these problems? Actually, nature is the solution for all of these issues. In every walk with nature, one receives for more than what he seeks. It is one of the best nature caught. So today we are going to talk about the horticultural therapy, what we are going to get from the horticultural therapy. Horticultural therapy is the use of plants and the natural world to improve the social, spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional well-being of individuals. So when we are looking these pictures, how they feel fresh, how they feel happy, it expresses in their face. When we are in the garden, how do we feel? We breathe the fresh air, right? Without knowing us, we feel happy. When direct contact with the plant is believed to guide a person's focus away from stress, which enhance their overall quality of life. People's interactions with plants through goal-oriented horticultural activities could be therapeutic to people. When the people, they are involved in the gardening, they feel happy. It's a therapy. Doing horticultural activities as a therapeutic activities, it should be goal-oriented activities. We are going to see one by one. There are 3 types of horticultural therapy programs. Vocational programs. Vocational programs are working to develop the skills and characteristics to employment. That is one type. And the second type is therapeutic program. These programs are designed to assist with the recovery with the goal of whole healing. And the third one is the social program. The social programs are focused on gardening as a leisure activity which support the general well-being. So this therapeutic program and social program, these two programs we are going to focus more today. These two programs are useful intervention for a wide range of vulnerable groups, including those with a mental health problem or if they have learning physical disease. So before moving to that, just we can see the history of the horticultural therapy. Use of horticulture to calm the senses dates as far back as 2000 BC. Around 400 BC, the Persian gardens were developed. They are the sensory garden. They developed to soothe the senses by involving the beauty, fragrance, flowing of water. Then ancient Egyptian physicians, they prescribed walks around the garden for their patients who are affected, who have some mental illness. So that during the Middle Ages, in monastery hospitals, the plants were used to express purpose of sharing of melancholy patients. The first modern documentation of horticulture being used as a treatment for mental health in 18th. Dr. Rush was the first to suggest that field labor in a farm said it helped attain positive outcome for clients with mental illness. There are many hospitals in the Western world, in many hospitals, they began using horticulture as a therapy to treat the patient with mental health and development disabilities. Horticulture therapy was used to help servicemen rehabilitation program post World War I. In 1983, the Council for Therapy and Rehabilitation through Horticulture was established by a group of horticulture therapy professionals. In 1988, they changed their name to the American Horticulture Therapy Association, which are still called today. So why the horticulture therapy is effective? We know plants are an important factor in people's decision as to where to live and work. That's why when the architects they are designing a building, they add some space for plants. When offered a window view of either nature or an urban scene, obviously the people choose the natural scenery view. As humans, we are drawn to nature, and our feelings that we feel when we are surrounded by plants is really amazing. As can be seen from history, the research plants and horticulture therapy have had a huge impact on people's life and their well-being. For the young, old, sick, and well, whoever, horticulture therapy is an integral part of their life and their happiness. Most of us use horticulture each and every day activity, life activity. Where people work in their garden, in their backyards on daily basis, and they are not aware of the benefits what they are receiving, but they feel better than who are engaged with the mobile phones or the other electronic devices. The impact of horticulture therapy has been a phenomenal. Due to its success in the application, this therapy has evolved into an alternative form of therapy for many institutes. So who are beneficiaries of horticultural therapy? Obviously, we all. Any audience, no matter of their age, their knowledge, physical or mental ability, whatever, we all get benefit from the horticulture therapy. That's what the social programs are developed. Moreover to that, there are some therapeutic effects are there. The special programs can be designed for the differently able children and adults. The people who have some major or minor health issues, mainly the cancer, stroke, some brain injuries, so the surgery, what they have undergone. The people who have some mental or health-related issues, prisoners or the people who are in parole, the people who were abused, experienced abuse, refugees, people with the addiction or in the addiction recovery, maybe that smoking, alcohol, drug, whatever, the veterans want, the parents of aging people. For them, there are some special programs. So before we develop an activity, we have to consider some goals and objectives for the participant. What do they want to achieve? What are their limitations and strengths? We have to notice that. We have to mark it. How can a garden, plants, or an indoor space help for them? We have to think all these things before design an activity. Create an activity that should be age and ability appropriate one. Activities maximize the independence of the client, that is most effective. And also we have to think about the available resources, what we have, how much of time it actually needs, how much of money we have to spend. Are there any available space for the outdoor activities and indoor activities? The staff, trained staff. If it is a professional therapy, if you are doing therapy as for that special category people, we have to have some special trained staff. Horticulture therapy can take place in both indoors and outdoors. We are going to see what are the indoors activity we can plan, what are the outdoor activities we can do it actually. Gardening and spending time outside can have many positive benefits for our mental, physical, social, and emotional health. It improves our mood, lessen the depression, anxiety, loneliness, and stress, and increase our self-esteem. And we can obviously see the speed recovery from the illness and promote the sense of community connectedness. So meditation, working in the garden with our family members or with the community members. In some countries, the community gardens are there. We can work with our community members or a simple class project. The children or the student, they can involve in that. Could be a group activity. Or just sit on a bench in a park for the relaxation and enjoy the beauty of nature. That is also an important one. At least working with some potted indoor plants. These are the simple activities. So horticulture therapy can be an individual activity or a collaborative group event. So what we are going to get it from these activities? There are some social benefits, cognitive benefits, and psychological benefits. Social benefits are improve our social integration, provide healthier patterns for the social functioning, and improve group cohesiveness. Cognitive benefits are there. Enhance cognitive functioning, improve concentration, stimulate memory, and improve goal achievement and attentional capacity. The psychological benefits, improve sense of well-being, reduce stress, improve mood, decrease anxiety, alleviate depression, improve personal satisfaction, which ultimately leads to improve our quality of life. So we are going to see some horticultural therapy activity ideas. These are some simple ideas. Gardening and related activities, very common. Digging. Then we can target the differently able children for these cities. For them, redirect their aggressiveness and their hyper behavior. It reset their mood. They feel better after they perform this activity. It's a good physical exercise for them. It improves the hand-eye coordination. It's really important for the kids. So for that, we have to design the activity. First, we have to let them to dig the soil however they wish. We have to allow them freely. If they want to lay down to taste it or smell it, we have to let them to do it. And thereafter, we have to ask them what is their experience. These all are the part of learning through play, but it should not be a punishment to them. So routine repetition is especially important for these children. The next is the planting. It's a simple one. Any people can do this one. It's a good physical exercise. For the kids, we can improve their hand-eye coordination. We can improve their flexible thinking. Then they can make their own predictions. Then they will learn the plant life cycles. They learn the responsibility and teamwork. We have to give some containers for each and every children or any person who are involved in this project, or we have to allocate a small plot for them, so where they are going to work. We can give some plant seeds, larger seeds. If they are children, we can give larger seeds to them or cuttings for them. They can plant it. Then once they have planted, they will automatically they will water their plants or the seeds, and they have to label their containers. Thereafter, they follow up about the seed's progress, whether it's germinating or not, how it's growing. Did the plant come up? What does it look like? What will it need to thrive and succeed? They come and ask us. So we have to explain each and everything to them. If plants doesn't come up, we have to talk about that. What may be the reason for that? What are the conditions it actually needs? So they will learn that the consequences of our actions are not always predictable. They learn something from these activities. So we can ask them, what could we do differently next time? Then we can look for a solution together. So other regular garden activities, watering, manuring, pruning, pinching, training, hand pollinations, flowers or fruit picking, harvesting. Then the next activity is the nature treasure hunt. It's a game, but any people can join to do this activity. Then people go around the garden. They can take some pictures of various plants and features. Using computers, they have to place the images in a small square box. Make sure that all of the sheets are different, print and laminate them. Then we can encourage other participants to go in the nature treasure hunt together. Have to check, find all the images on the card. That's a simple game. And this next one is the Guess Who. This game is specially designed for the differently able children. Here they use the multiple senses to guess for identifying. It's a teamwork. They will ask help from others. Right? The activity is, first we have to place whatever the different texture, fruits, vegetables, whatever, leaves, whatever that is fragrance, different fragrance, flowers, or what it is, can meet, whatever, we can put it in a bag. And we have to divide the participants into us. Give one person the bag and ask other to close their eyes. Then ask one to find out what's inside the bag. One by one, they will get it. They may eat it. They may taste it. They may feel the texture. Then they can smell it and they can find it. What may be that? They can guess it actually. If they couldn't actually find it, guess it, they can get the help of their partner. The partner can describe what could be that, what is the color of that, what is the shape of that fruit or vegetable, what is the letter it starts actually. Then they can find it. We have to encourage them during this activity. This is again a simple activity. Can you hear what I hear? It's a listening game actually. The judges can participate in this game, improve the focus, and it improves their creativity, and they can follow the directions, and it improves their listening skill. Activity is, in order to hear all the sounds what they are hearing, they have to sit and observe quietly. They have to close their eyes and they have to listen properly. Thereafter, we can ask one by one what they listen. Right? They have to say what they listen, what the sound they hear. If we have time, and allow what object or what the object or what the bird or whatever to make that sound. We can allow them to draw it, and we can allow them to paint it. Bird feeders. The bird feeders, here all the persons can participate in this activity. We can take a pine cone or whatever, we can take it. Thereafter we can spread the butter on it, and then we can roll it on a bird seeds. Then they can hang in the garden. The participant, they can look from their window and observe what is happening. They enjoy, the birds come and eat the seeds. They actually enjoy this one. And nature college or memory box. Right here, that we have to encourage the participant to explore the natural areas around them. They have to collect the things what they like, what they feel beauty. They can collect it, and they can make a college or a memory box. This is a nature college. We can encourage them to make it. Otherwise, they can put it in a memory box. They can collect it and they can put it in the memory box. It's again a simple activity. The exploring sense. It's for this, the sensory gardens are there, not in our country, but in many countries the sensory gardens are developed. That main target group here, differently able people. The plants normally they have sensory and textural qualities. In the garden we can hear the different sound, smell, taste, touch, some visual qualities. For the hearing, the plants normally encourage wildlife. So they can hear the buzzing of bees, whistling of hummingbirds, sounds of some wind and bamboos. And for the touching sense, the different texture plants, we can use it. But we have to be careful. We have to avoid thorny, spiny plants like agave, pineapple, then prickly roses. These plants, we have to avoid it because everything, we have to be careful while we are designing this garden. For the smell, the fragrance wines, flowering plants, we can use it. Then for the sight, some attractive plants, we can keep it in the garden. For the tasting, we can plant some edible plants, right? So all these things stimulate their senses, right? Then the next one is the floral arrangements. Then here also, we can improve the creativity of the people, connecting with, they can share it, they can connecting with others, and dexterity. Then first, we can allow the participants to go in the garden, and we can ask them to collect the flowers, what they like, flowers, seeds, leaves. Then we can, once they come to the building, we can show some pre-made floral arrangements. We can show it to them, and we can ask them to create by themselves. Then we can, if they want, we can provide some information about the basics of floral arrangements. The dry flower vase, it is again an individual activity. We can harvest the flowers or the inflorescence or leaves, whatever, seeds, pods, whatever it is, we can harvest it. And we can tie it as a small bunches. And for the simple drying, we can hang upside down in a dark room. If not, we can use some oven, the household oven or a microwave oven, whatever, we can use it to make these dry flowers. We have to allow the flowers or the leaves for drying until they dry fully, right? We have to check frequently whether the mold attack is there or not. Once they fully dry, we can take it and we can make some floral arrangement, dry flower vase. We can make it and we can keep it somewhere. They really enjoy these type of activities. Here we can see the dry wall garlands. The pressed dried flowers, we can take it, or whatever the form of dried flower, we can take it to make the wall garlands. The dried flower hangers, these are the dried flower hangers actually. The dried flowers, we can make it to, we can use it to make the hanger. Different forms of hangers we can make it. We can allow them to make it. Dry flower greeting cards. These dry flowers we can use to make the greeting cards. We can explain them how to make the greeting cards, how to paste it, how to paste properly the dry flower. We have to explain everything and we have to allow them to make it. The daily life, we can do it actually, these things. These are the simple things, but we can enjoy while we are making these things. It gives a real satisfaction to our mind. Pot purees from herbs and flowers. We need dry flowers or dry pots, dry leaves to make the pot purees. Then we have to add some essential oil to the pot puree. It feels really very fragrant. And fixative, meaning that hold the fragrance, we have to have some fixative. The pot puree bags are there, pot puree containers are there. We can make it and we can keep it somewhere, wherever we want. Even in the kitchen, the washroom, wherever we can keep it. Living room, it's some good fragrance to the entire area. We can ask them to do it. Anyone can do these activities. These are very simple activities. No need, no need to go the others. This is a simple one. Flower column. We can make column using flowers. The color flowers are there. We can encourage them to go garden and pick some flowers and they can make some column. It's a good activity for them. Floating flower arrangement. It's an individual activity that we can guide the people how to arrange the flowers in water. Right? We can give a big container to them for each, and we can ask them to bring some flowers, and we can ask them to arrange it. So they will definitely arrange it in a pattern. We can encourage this activity to improve their creativity in us. If it is an candles to enlighten that container. So making garland. It's a simple activity, again an individual work. The people, the participants, they can bring some flowers from the garden, loose flowers, they can bring it, and they can make some garland. So it's a simple activity, but really very useful. Making small wall planters. We can divide the participant into small groups and we can give this activity to them. They will make small wall planters. To make the wall planter, and here there is some containers. They will put some potting mixture into that and they plant some indoor plants. Right here, the water is the one, it holds the plant. The small glass containers used in this wall planter. So these are simple activities. This is a vase made up with sticks and twigs. You have to collect the dry twigs or sticks from the garden. They have to cut it into equal pieces. Then if they want, then we can allow them to color it or varnish it. And if we they will stick it by using some glue. Right? And ultimately, they will make a nice vase, stick vase. Vegetable and fruit carving. These are simple things. We can give some fruit or vegetable, whatever, according to the availability, we can give it to them. We can even show some video clips how to do it, and we can explain them. We can help them to do some carving. Terrarium. Terrarium, mainly that open terrarium is one, because the closed terrarium, there are some problems. So open terrarium are the best choice for this type of activities. So they can make, they can have to keep some open glass container into the container, and they will plant it and make a small garden. If they want, they will use some pebbles, whatever the small furniture, tiny furniture, plastic or whatever, they can put it and make a terrarium, open terrarium. This is a miniature garden. You can see miniature garden. It's a mini garden. It's a technique of getting ornamental plants in small containers, depicting the various sceneries actually. And here you can see the tricks are used. They make a miniature garden in a wide container. Here we can see a pot of water is in a pot, small pot. God Buddha's statue is there. So this is a miniature garden. So if we give all the things what they want, they can make the small miniature garden. They actively involved in these type of activities. So water garden. Water garden is really enjoyable. It's actually a relaxing experience for all the people. When we are listening the sound of water dripping, actually we feel very better, right? Apart from the aesthetic benefits, actually it brings the nature near to our doorstep. So it is a good place for meditation, for the better concentration and focus. We can do meditation and we can do the yoga closer to this. If we have a fountain in our garden, it's a good place for meditation and yoga. So container gardens. If we don't have much space in our home, we can make container garden. It creates accessible garden spaces by placing large patio planters. It could be close to the benches or outdoor seating. We can space for conversation for family members. Plant different plants, we can plant it in the container. Different containers we can use it, maybe clay, whatever the plastic, whatever the container, we can use it to make this garden. These are simple activities we can encourage others to perform. So this is Albert Einstein quote. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. We have to live life. We have to live healthy. That is the real life. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Miss, for the interesting and the informative presentation. This is time for asking questions. Audience, you can ask the question, we will address them. Audience, any questions?
I think clearly she can explain all the activities and all the things. Due to that, there may be no questions. Priyanka, you ask again and
Yeah. Any questions from the participants?
Yeah, actually, I am Devanan from Faculty of Agriculture. Actually, it's a nice presentation, Sarja Miss did, and really some of the information are informative and useful for us, especially the madam explained about the differently abled people. So then there is a good one, so we can accommodate this gardening in the faculty or in any other kind of institute. So and then wonder that the different type of floriculture gardens and like that, so we can incorporate. So thank you very much, Sarja Miss, for your informative presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss. Once again, very good presentations. Finally, thank you for all the participants and President, Secretary, and Dr. M. Karnan, Chairperson of the Section B, and members of Jaffna Science Association, executive members, participants, and everyone. Thank you. Now, I would like to hand over this session to Dr. Dinesh Gurji. Sir, it's over to you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Excuse me, sir, one more question.
Okay.
Normally, the people are thinking some indoor garden plants nighttime produce the CO2, so that affect that. So, madam, can you tell me that especially we can indoorly keep that any special plants also available in the. Normally, we can buy that.
Yes, there are many indoor plants actually. We can keep it. The dracaenas are there. Some lucky plants are there. We can keep ZZ plants. We can keep them inside of home. It actually thrives well. And some studies say they are for our health as well.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam.
So I also would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the members of 28th Executive Committee 2021 gave this opportunity to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Priyanka and Sarja. Actually, on behalf of, very grateful to Dr. Sarja. I think it's a really needed topic. I think nowadays our world is moving toward this, I think, nuclear families and more stressful life work. So things not only for the children, for the people, adults, and also elderly. Nowadays, their loneliness and things. It's very, very useful. This horticultural therapies, I think, very, very useful for nowadays, I think. So you explained well about different ways we can do this horticulture and different people we can approach through this. And I think it's a very, very useful and one of the applications. So not only learn the science, I think we have to apply that. So today you showed us how we can apply in an efficient manner. And as a medical doctor, I can feel, I think, really it's needed. I think so for us, and I think we have seen a lot of patients nowadays. It's the problem. I think is one of the way we can manage it's a boom problem coming. So we can manage these issues. So thank you so much, Dr. Sarja, for your excellent presentation and patience. And so you spent time and explained clearly about these things. So thank you so much for your valuable time and presentation. And also, we are very thankful to Ms. Priyanka for your moderation. You kindly introduced our speaker today well, and also you moderated the session. So thank you so much, Ms. Priyanka. And also, I have to thank Dr. Kannan, the chairperson of Applied Science section of the Jaffna Science Association. So he arranged this event, even though he couldn't be able to attend today because of this ICDA conference. He said he was unable to attend. So anyway, I have to thank Dr. Kannan. And also I have to thank Professor Kannadasan, the President of Jaffna Science Association, who chaired this session. So thank you, Professor Kannadasan. And also I have to thank the Executive Committee members and several members here participated. Today we got more than 100 participants. So thank you so much for all of you for participating in this and got much benefit through the sessions. The recording of these sessions will be available in the Jaffna Science Association Facebook page. So anytime you can log in and you can get this recording of the sessions. And finally, this is a weekly event. So you can log into the same ID. You can for the webinar every Wednesday, 7:30 we have. So we'll meet again in another webinar and we will spread the knowledge to all. Thank you so much and have a great day. Good night.